Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the latest video on the Scan Tool Network. In this video we're going to be showing you an in-depth review and closer look at the iCarsoft CR Max by iCarsoft. This is the highest level tool that iCarsoft have actually produced. So when it comes to the hierarchy, this is the top of the list. So we're basically going to show you everything you need to know before you buy the tool and 21 questions and answers about this particular product. So let's get straight into it because I know your time is precious. So what is the iCarsoft CR Max? The iCarsoft CR Max is a DIY base for anybody who sort of wants to look after their own vehicles, but certainly not excluding sort of small garages and workshops. So anybody who basically has a need to look after the vehicles, maintain any vehicles, this particular tool may well be of interest to yourselves. Whether you're an enthusiast, small garage, workshop, you've got a fleet to look after, you name it. Now where can you buy this tool? Well, there are fakes, there are clones already on the market, unfortunately. So the links that I'm going to put in the description below this video will take you to the genuine products. So be aware of that. There are fakes, there are clones, genuine products, official product in the link below this video. So how much is the tool? That's going to differ from seller to seller, but we think this is going to be pitched in at around about £329. Don't hold me to that at all because, like I say, these prices are subject to change. It's just the initial thoughts on this price as we speak. We may well be sort of guided by iCarsoft more closely when it comes to the specific price, but when it comes to pricing for different tools of the same kind of level, this comes in a lot cheaper. So it's definitely worth looking into the iCarsoft model. What manufacturers are covered? Well, if we click into Diagnostics, you can either choose by location, so continent, or you can just have a big list of all of them. So if I go through, in fact what I'll do is I'll show you the USA models first of all. It might be easier to break it down for you. Then the European models, so if you need to pause the video then please do. And then the Asian models. There we go, and you can just go back to all. So those are the manufacturers which are covered. When it comes to systems which are covered, the tool is going to cover all systems within any particular vehicle that it goes to diagnose. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to select Audi. Now I know we're not in an Audi, but I'm just using this as an example. The mark on the screen here. It's easy to wipe this screen, but you might see like fingerprint marks on it. So we're going to select vehicle. As an example, I'm just going to go to A4 from 2011, and then we can click onto control unit. So what this is then going to do is going to open up a big list of systems that can actually be diagnosed. So if you look at the main systems, you've got like engine, transmission, the brakes, so that's the ABS, air conditioning, electrics, airbags, cruise control, dashboard, gateways, steering, navigation, lane change, sound systems, radios, etc. Whoops, I've gone and selected that, but didn't mean to. So that's basically an idea. It's going to, every system that is installed into your vehicle, this particular kit will actually find it and allow you to diagnose it. So what special functions are covered with this? Well, this is where the iCarsoft comes into its own, because the tool which sits below this, which is the iCarsoft CR Pro, does all of this in any case, but where this goes over and above is in the service menu. So this has a lot of service options. So you can do ABS brake bleeding, oil service reset, electronic parking brake, throttle adaptation, injector coding, steering angle sensor calibration, battery registration, DPF regeneration, TPMS, that's a tire pressure warning reset, air suspension calibration, headlight reset, body stability, engine control, transmission adaptions, idle engine, again adaptions, and then a few more in this particular menu here. So what information does the tool give when you actually have a fault code? Okay, so let's go in and have a look. We've triggered an airbag light. I don't know how well you can see it just there on this particular vehicle. So we're going to go into BMW, and it's going to give me an option as to whether I want to select the vehicle myself or whether it wants to automatically identify the vehicle. So I'm just going to click on auto identify. It's going to find the vehicle, exactly what we have. Here we go, so that's the VIN number, etc. And we can click OK. So we'll click on to control unit, and we need to find the airbag system. So Sometimes it might not say airbag, it might say like crash safety module, like it does here, ACSM, crash safety module. So click on that, click on to read fault code. So it's giving us 3 fault codes here. Fault code, unique fault code number, unique fault code, unique fault code, and then it's telling us a bit of information about each particular fault. So if you weren't exactly sure what this information meant, it's just a case of putting the fault code and the description into a Google search engine. I can guarantee if you have the fault, somebody else will have that fault as well. In all honesty, in this particular case, we just triggered the airbag light by unclipping the seat, the driver's connection underneath the seat. So we've popped it back in, which is why it's telling us fault not currently present. So in order to get rid of the airbag light, we just need to go on to clear fault memory. Just keep an eye on the airbag light just when I do this. So clear fault memory, erase operation done, and you can see the airbag light has turned off there. So that's just a real quick example of how the tool works when it comes to diagnosing and erasing a fault code itself. Does it give live data? It certainly does give live data. If we go to the engine, which is, where would the engine be? Yeah, digital diesel. You can go to view data, diagnosis request. So this is going to give us lots of live data on the particular vehicle, and there are lots and lots of different types of live data you can get. You can get the intake temperatures, fuel supplies, fuel temperatures, you can get DPF, you can get oxygen, exhaust, EGR, diesel particulate filter. So you can see it tells us when it was total distance remaining. Since last regeneration, it did one just not so long ago. Will it give us a suit mass reading? Yes, it does. Don't think it gives us a percentage. But it certainly gives exceptionally good information. We just got to wait for it to load. You see, it loads up a bit slower. But it gives so much good live data and information, and obviously it doesn't just work on the engine for live data. You can get live data from the ABS sensors as well. So is it a touch screen? I think you've probably worked out by now that it is a touch screen. It doesn't have any buttons like the other iCarsoft products do. Everything you do is touch screen. How much are the updates on this particular product? The updates are guaranteed to be free for life, so you've got nothing to worry about there. When it comes to updates, the good thing about this is you just put all of your information in and you can update everything on the screen. The previous products, the previous iCarsoft products, you have to hook up to a computer, but with this particular tool you just need to click on upgrade, make sure you've got a connection to the internet, put the serial number in, etc., and then you're good to go, and it's good to update, which is really, really good. I really like that feature. Now, how does this compare to the one of its closest rivals, say the iCarsoft CR Pro? Again, well, this does cost a bit more, but you're getting a lot more for your money with regards to servicing features. If you're not bothered about the servicing features, then you might find that the CR Pro kit is good for your needs. But this really comes into its own, and the real pull for this kit is this particular menu here, because everything in this menu you generally see that the iCarsoft CR Pro kit would actually cover. So it all really depends on your specific needs and your circumstances, but it costs more than the CR Pro. When we look at the other tablets which have similar coverage to this, we would probably say look at the Autel MK808 kit, but that kit is currently retailing at about 470 to 490 pounds. So when you consider this is going to be about 320, 330 pounds, this is going to be a lot better value for money, I would say. Which is the common theme with iCarsoft. I do feel that they have the best value for money out of all of the manufacturers. Okay, where can you get help and support? Well, you can obviously you can go to, let's just give help and support, quick link support. So you click on the support option there, and it gives you the option to sort of get through to iCarsoft representatives. It might not be live, but at least you can report a problem, and they can solve that for you when it comes to so they might need to do like a tweak of the software, something like that. Can it print faults? You can print faults. I think what you can do is you can send the information to a computer via email, and therefore you can print it off that way. So it's really good if you want to print off fault reports for maybe any of your customers or whatever. What else? Languages. So the languages, go into the settings, you can add languages. I guess you need to, here we go. So you can add, it's got lots of languages here. I'm just going to scroll through these really quickly, but basically any language you want, it can convert everything to. So I apologize if I'm going quick, but there's just like so many languages, as you can see. So yep, you can do pretty much any language you want, which is really good news. It does come with a hardware and carry case. It comes with a manual. It comes with all the necessary cables and leads for you to hook up to your computer, hook up to your vehicle, and keep in storage as well to keep it safe at all times. Now, would I recommend this to anybody who hasn't used a kit before, a diagnostic tool before? I would say absolutely. Just because you've never used one doesn't mean that this isn't for you. You know, if you've got the budget, then you know I would recommend going in straight at the deep end, because it gives you a good platform to learn, and you know you can't go wrong, because all you really need to do is go through step by step. If you've pressed the wrong button, it's just going to tell you, you know, you pressed the wrong button. So you're not going to do any damage to any vehicles or any tools or anything like that. So I would say absolutely yes. Just because you've never had any experience or never used one of these tools before, I would say it's very easy to use and very easy to operate. No problem at all. Okay, what about the other menu icons? So yeah, we've touched on a few of them. What I'll do first of all is I'll swipe up here and just go back. So this is the main sort of like tablet area. So it gives you access to, shows you all of your apps. You can obviously go to the app store, you can install new apps. You've got basic functions like your clock calculators, but you know, if you wanted to put games on here so your kids could play on it at night times, or you could use it through the day for whatever you needed to do, then you can do that as well, which is I suppose the beauty of this. To get back to the diagnosis, just press the little M and it'll take you back to this menu here. But there are information, so you can put like workshop information, customer number, vehicle history, user data, so you can play back different things, you can take pictures, DLC location, so if you want to find the location of a particular diagnostic port on a particular vehicle, and then fault code lookup, support, quick links. You can uninstall certain things. You can ask the iCarsoft reps if they can take over control so that they can try and spot something that you are failing to spot. And that's about it. You know, I could make this video half an hour long and go into each of these sort of really detailed, but you know, I don't think you're looking to get that from this video. You know, it doubles up as a tablet because we've already been through that. You just swipe up and you can just press back button twice and you put your other icons on here. And how fast is delivery? Well, at the minute you're probably looking at about 2 to 3 days for delivery. You could probably also get special delivery as well, but you need to contact the seller. But yeah, providing you go through the links which are in the description, as I say, you're looking at 2 to 3 day delivery for this particular tool. But I would certainly recommend it. I'm really impressed with it so far because it's the top of the tree when it comes to iCarsoft tools, and never before have iCarsoft produced a kit like this. It's cost effective, it works as it's supposed to do, it has a magnificent vehicle and system coverage, and also, as I say, the service menu is just what makes this tool from sort of this level here to the top of the tree. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the iCarsoft CR Max. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've understood basically what it will do and what functions and features the tool has. But as I say, if you are looking to buy this tool, make sure you use the link in the description below this video. That is going to ensure that it takes you to a genuine and official product. And you need to be aware, because there are fakes out there, there are clones out there. They will cause nothing but damage and problems to your vehicle and your tool itself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.